Much shalom, family. Thank you for tuning back in to Break This Bread. I'm at the park with my children, and so if you hear a lot of carrying on, that is what's going on. But it has been on my heart lately to share what I'm dealing with at the moment. So be still and know that I am Elohim. Psalms 46:10 has been the highlight of my past few weeks. My house burnt down on the 18th of July, and it was something you think you'd never go through, of course, like a lot of us do. We think, oh, everything can happen to everybody else, but never us. And never in my life did I think I would be a victim of a home burning down. So long story short, I can elaborate on that a little bit more. So it was early in the morning, and I am the light sleeper between me and my husband. And for some reason, he was the one that was awakened by what was going on. And he sleeps hard, right? He sleeps super hard. I fuss at him a lot because he will let his alarm clock ring and ring and ring and ring, and he will not budge for the most part. And it's usually waking me up. And even the small, very light things wake me up. Go. Sorry. Again, I got children.
I just got cut.
Okay, all right. Take it off, child.
Mama, you're being mean.
You heard me. Sorry. So
Mama,
anyway,
no.
kids cry over anything I
I'm
noticed.
gonna go push you.
Good thing I wasn't like that. No, but anyway, so it was something. So he woke up. He heard something, and all I know is I was woken up by him yelling my name, and he's like, "Where's the fire extinguisher? Where's the fire extinguisher?" And I'm like, "Fire extinguisher?" Now, I know y'all see these Coke bottle glasses I just took off. I don't see all that great, but yeah, willing, he'll restore that to me one day. Nevertheless, you can stand a couple of feet in front of me and I can't see your face clearly. Now, yes, I can make out your silhouette, I can make out your features and forms, but it's not clear. So this was more than a few feet in front of me. I come out of the room and all I see is bright blaze, but the severity of it all is not hitting me how much of a fire this really is. So I just made up my mind. I'm like, okay, I have got to go find my glasses. I couldn't find them before I came out, but he kept calling me with such an urgency. I was like, okay, let me go see. So I finally go back to the room and I find them. Y'all, I don't even remember seeing the fire anymore after that, as far as me being in the home. I just remember seeing a bunch of smoke, and my husband was running towards me. And next thing I know, we're running outside together, and we realize, okay, this is not something that is manageable anymore. So we run back in and we go and get our family, and thank y'all, everyone made it out safely. But as soon as we made it back outside, we realized we don't have phones, we don't have keys to even get in the car, to go for help, to call for help, anything. So we in the country. So once we realized everybody's safe and we're good, my husband, he did attempt to go back in and get the phones, but it was just too much. So we run back out, or he runs back out, and he runs straight to the neighbor. And I'm at this point like, oh my goodness, I don't want the house to explode. So I get the kids and we start following behind him. And I mean, y'all, as soon as I got to a phone, we had a family reunion the day before and the day before that. It was over the weekend. And usually the fire where it started, that was a guest room. And usually we'll have people spend the night during the family reunion, usually close family members, but nobody spent the night this time around. And I wondered, I was like, well, I wonder why. And so, Yah knows why. He sees all and he knows all before it even happens. So thank you that nobody was in there, because I'm telling you, the swiftness of those flames and how quick it just devoured that home. I'm so grateful that nobody was in that room.
Where's
So
the babies?
I get to the phone. I see them. How about you go be next to them? Anyway, so I get to, hi Mama. I get to a phone and we call my mother-in-law. There's some family still in town staying in the hotel, and we call them, and I'm talking to the guy. I'm like, hey, it's an emergency. I need you to go and get this guest and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so good. He said, well, ma'am, I'm actually the chief of the fire department, and if I had not already received your call on my radio about your home, I would not have been able to go and get the guests for you. So, I mean, of all the people to be at the hotel clergy desk, the chief of the fire department, come on now. So, watch him work. So, he goes and gets her, and they come, and they're rushing down, and anyway, family just came through. They really did. Providing diapers and clothes and all that for me and mine. And next thing I know, I finally get to go back in the home. They were able to retrieve our phones and our keys, so we weren't without transportation or communication, thank y'all. And so anyway, there's many little things in there that I just can see in, and it's just been a blessing, even especially the body of the Messiah. I mean, we've only been fellowshipping with people here and there for about 2 years, and if not more, they gave just pretty much the same as any of our actual blood family did, and still willing to help opening homes, trying to give RVs to us. I mean, it's just been awesome. Careful. You all right? Shake it off. You're okay. Oh my goodness, did that really hurt like you think it did? Okay, it's all right. You ready to go play? Okay. So anyway, okay, bye-bye. So anyway, so what does this have to do with be still and know? Well, to be honest with you, I feel like that's all he's been saying to me is be still and know, be still and know. And I'm like, well, Father, what about this? What about that? What are we going to be? We're going to I need to know. I need to know. And even now, just saying it out loud, I think about how when my kids are bugging the mess out of me, especially my 9-year-old. We're in the car. Maybe we've been in the car most of the day, and Mama, I'm hungry. What are you gonna feed me? Blah, 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 blah. And what I have said over the years now is, don't I feed you every day? Yes, Mom, but okay then. So you may not know when I'm going to feed you. And I do feed my kids. I don't starve them all day. Bless their heart. They act like it, but I don't. But I say, I feed you every day. So why wouldn't I feed you today? I have the means. I'm able to do so. So you will, if you be patient, you will receive that food when I'm ready. And so my daughter has kind of just learned that over the years, even though she still asks. Before I can even say it, sometimes she'll beat me to it. She's like, I know, Mom, you feed us every day. I just got to be patient, Mom. And I feel like that's what the Father is kind of saying with me now. He says, I know you need a home. I know y'all need clothes. I know y'all need this. I know y'all need that. Don't I provide that already? Haven't I provided that already for you? So be still and know. And at first, I was just reading, okay, be still and know, be still and know. But then I asked, I was like, okay, that word still in the Hebrew means to relax, to sink down. And in the past, I have heard studies, especially from Watchman reports, how they went over what it is to rest in Yah and to be seated at the right hand of Yah. To rest is relaxing. To rest, literally you sink down like this in your bed or wherever you are, on your couch, on the chair, and you are assured, there is an assurity in that rest that I am going to do just that. I am going to rest today. That's what the Shabbat is for. It is an assurity of Yah. He said that I made the Shabbat for man, not man for the Shabbat. He gave it to us to rest in him. That's what he did. He rested around his creation. He worked and worked, and then he said, okay, I'm going to sit back and enjoy this. I'm going to sit back from all that I've done. And so, just sharing with y'all, I am trying to learn how to rest while still needing to make moves. And the enemy, of course, tries to mess with anything Yahuwah blesses you with. I was sharing with my best friend last night how she gave the example for something she was talking about. Her example was a chocolate cake. It's like when Yah gives you something good and you know his voice, we should be able to walk up and be like, oh, thank you for this chocolate cake. It's good. It's this, it's that, and the third. And I was sharing with her how the enemy easily can just come in and be like, yeah, but is it real though? You know, the cake. Is that real chocolate? You know, or he'll come at a different angle. Should you really be eating that? Is that good for you? You know, just find any way for you to lose out on a blessing. Any way to taint what is good, calling good evil and evil good. He will find a way for that goodness that is Yah to be seen as evil in your eyes or as unwanted. And my best friend said a really good point. She said, how many times she said something like how the Messiah has given us a free gift by sacrificing himself, and how so many people already, and still to come, have and will reject that gift. That is your repentance, your forgiveness. And it's like, man, wow. So anyway, just discerning what is of him and what is not, and where he wants me to go. Where does he want my family to be? And I keep getting back, be still and know. So of course I want to dig a little deeper, and I'm going to go further than what I've already done, which is, what is it to know you? Know that you are Elohim is what the scripture says. Okay, who is that? All of us can say, oh, the creator, the kingdom, the king of the kingdom, the one who is the father of Abraham, Yitzchak, Isaac, Yaakov, Jacob. It's so easy to say those things, but I actually went to 2 Samuel chapter 22, where I think David, King Daud, said it really well. It's actually a song where it said that after he was delivered or saved out of the grasp of the enemies that was around him, all he kept saying is, you are my rock, you are my shield, you are my refuge, I put my trust in you, you are the deliverer, you are this, you are that. And I have to keep going over that passage, even with my kids. Stop, Amaya, stop. Even with my kids, just telling them, hey, he is our strong tower. He is the one we can go into and hide. It says, Barakah, or blessed is he whose trust is Yahuwah and whose trust is Yahuwah. So during these times where literally going through a fiery trial, thank God none of us lost our lives, I have so much to still be grateful for, and I'm grateful for the gratefulness that I'm not moping around and, oh, woe is me, I lost everything. Because as far as I'm concerned, I didn't lose anything. I have my children, I have my husband. We are here, we are alive, we are still in the land of the living, and that is a baraking, that is a blessing to us, because truth be told, I still got work to do, and I have work to do with my family. And would I have been ready at that time? That's something we all have to ask ourselves. Would I be ready today if Yah decided to take my life from me today? And so having a gratefulness in that, and resting in the fact that my Father allowed the fire, but also He allowed me to live. There's so many people, so many stories I've heard where people have died in the fire in their sleep. Of course, eventually they were awakened, but they didn't even, it was too late by the time they were up. Or a beam from the ceiling came crashing down. I mean, so many different instances, and my Father decided to wake us up ahead of time, way before it even reached our side of the home, made sure that we were able to get all of our kids, made sure that the fire department was able to recover our keys and our phones. And we had quite a few Bibles in there. I have not seen one yet that is not legible. Now the cover may be all burnt and smoky and some of the pages, but they all very much you can read. And I thought that was amazing, because a lot of things got burnt up and smoked out, but His words still stood. I mean, small things like that are big in my mind. It's awesome. So I know I'm chasing a couple of rabbits, but be still and know that I am your refuge. I am your trust. I'm your provider. I'm your strength. I'm your stronghold. I am yours, and you are mine. You are the apple of my eye. You are my perfect workmanship that I will still be perfecting until the day of Messiah. How awesome is that? And so, as interesting as it has been, what I have to be okay with is being still. And it's funny, because my devotion was talking about being still is a discipline. And it's kind of hard resting, And I was telling my daughter the other day how people work 5-6 days a week, and anybody and everybody that you just about talk to, unless they got their dream job and they're one of those, oh, work is not work for me, it's all this. And that's great. I'm not making fun of that in any capacity. But the average person usually ain't on the job that they want to be. So one of the first things that come out of their mouths is, ooh, I need a vacation. Ooh, if I just had a day off. Ooh, I can't wait till I'm off work. I'm tired, I'm this. They talk about how they're so tired. They just want to sit down somewhere. They just want to rest. But when you look at the person, the average person, on that day where they're off of work, do they really rest? No. What they mean is, I'm ready for a day to myself where I can choose what I want to do and go where I want to go without any time constraint or restriction, where I don't have to worry about the 9 to 5. I don't have to worry about responsibilities as far as this and that goes. I just want to go to a movie. I just want to do what I want to do, basically. Nobody's really trying to rest. And even those who are actually going home and going to sleep, how many of us are resting in Yah? And to bring it back to Shabbat, Shabbat is a day of rest. Yes, you can go to sleep. Yah wants us to be rejuvenated. This is a day of refreshing, absolutely. But it's also a day of resting in Him in the spiritual manner. How many of us are applying the mindset of, I am literally in the spiritual capacity. I am literally seated at the right hand of Yah. So just imagine sitting next to him on his right hand, and you're just looking up and you're like, my daddy's right here. And it's like a chessboard or a checkerboard right in front of you where he's like, okay, son, okay, daughter. You see this enemy over here? He's trying to take out your queen over here. But if you go this way, if you go that way, or if you be still right here, don't move right here, I'm going to tell you where to move that next piece. But I need you to trust me that I know. And you just sitting there. But Daddy, look. But look. Not only does he have someone coming this way, but he got somebody over here. And he's about to take out my king. And this one's going to take out my knight. And this one's going to take out this one and that. Son, daughter, did you hear what I said? I created the game of chess. Did you hear me? I said, I see him everywhere that he is, surrounding you, like David said in 2 Samuel 22. He said that you have saved me from many waters. He was talking about how the enemy, his tactics, his devices, his strategies, the people that he's using is coming in like a flood all around him. He said, you delivered me from many waters. He dealt with many floods, many attacks from the enemy. In the times that we're in right now, how many of us are dealing with many floods already, and we haven't even barely scratched the surface of our troubles yet, you know? We see the vaccine stuff coming out, and we know what's up with all that, and we know what the end result is, because the word has already told us. But he said, I have been delivered from many waters, many floods, many trials, many tribulations. People have been trying to kill David since the jump. I mean, forget Goliath. We always want to go back to Goliath. What about the lion and the bear that was trying to steal his sheep? You can't tell me they wasn't trying to kill him once he stepped to him. You know what I mean? David, they've been coming at David since the get-go until the day that he died. And it's the same on us. The enemy been watching us since the day we were born to find out how he's going to take us out. And I think about quite a bit what Yah said to Cain when he was upset because his offering was rejected from because of his own selfishness, right? His own greed. He didn't want to give the best to Yah. And Yah said, if you do not do well, or if you do well, will I not accept you? And then he went on to say how the enemy lies in wait for you. His desire is for you. But what did he tell him? He said, but you are to rule over him. Now, when I looked at that word rule there, it says to exercise dominion over. That's why we have to have on the whole armor of Yah. Because even with that armor, it's not like the enemy's going to stop. Oh, well, he's fully dressed. Got the sword of the rook. I can't mess with him. No, he's still going to try. He's going to see if he can knock some of that off. Leave it alone. No, we don't have any more. We're about to go. So, anyway, he's still going to try you. He's going to try and flood you with many waters because he wants you. You are his desire. But like myself, if we can practice applying the mindset of, I am literally sitting next to the King of Kings. That's your devil. We want to sit here and act like the enemy has all this power. And okay, he has power. We're not going to discredit that. But whose power is it? It's Yah's power. And it's a limited power. Yah has the power. Yah has everything in his hand, literally. And we say that all the time, but how many of us believe it? And how many of us, not only are we believing it, but we're being still in that. We're resting assured. Yes, these people have taken my children away from me, but I'm going to rest and be still and know that even if I don't get them back, Yah knows what he's doing. Yes, these people are about to evict me and put me out of my home. I'm about to be homeless. But I'm going to rest and know that even if he doesn't give me a place to lay my head, the Messiah didn't have a place to lay his head at either. But look who he is. Look who we are bowing down to. The homeless one that people hated because he told the truth. Yes, Yah is removing family from me, but know that he has always been my family. He said man is going to fail us every time. Don't put your trust in man. Don't trust that just because that's your daddy, that's your mama, that's this person, that's that person, that, oh, we are good then, they're family. No. Who is my mother and my brother, says the Messiah, the ones who do the will of my Father. Yeah, anytime he takes something from us, just know that he's good to restore it. And then, doesn't he always give back more than what was taken? Job, even David, because of his own ways and what he did with Bathsheba and her husband. Yah said, you can fast all you want. I'm still taking your kid because that's a consequence. But what did he do? He gave him another one. I mean, Hannah, we were just talking about Hannah, Samuel's mother. This woman petitioned Yah. I know I'm going on a little rant, but just follow me. She petitioned Yah for a son. Eli thought she was drunk. She's like, nah, man, I'm over here talking to my father. I need a son. And there's so much background to that, but nevertheless, he gave them to her just so she could give them back. He didn't ask her to do that. Not to my knowledge, not according to what I've read. But she her own free will, gave up her son and said, hey, give him to me just so I can give him back. You know? And what did he do for her obedience or her free will offering that she gave? He gave her another child. I want to say he gave her more than one, but I got to go back and read it. But this is my point, y'all. No matter how your trials look, no matter if you're sleeping under a tree, no matter if you don't have your rent, don't want to take the vaccine, don't want to do this, don't want to do this, do want to do this, but he's saying no. Rest assured, be still, relax, sink down in the promise that I know the plans that I think towards you. I know the thoughts that I think towards you, not of evil. My chocolate cake is real. It ain't fake. I said you could have it. So why are you worried about how much weight you about to gain? Guess what? It's the good fat. You know, it's the good fat. It's the good gain because I am good and I am nothing. There's no good beside me. So don't question my gift. Don't question my goodness, even if it don't look like it's good for you. Even if it don't look like it's good for you. If I said it is, you better know it is. You better relax. You better chill out. Don't I feed you every day? Don't I give you what you need every day? Even on the wicked, I show mercy by letting my sun and my rain shine and rain down on them. Be still and know that Yah is who he said he is. He said, I am that I am, okay? You don't even know what that is. You don't even know how big. You don't know how deep, how far, how wide I really am. But I'm going to give you a peek, Moses. I'm going to hide you behind the cleft of this rock. I'm going to hide you behind this veil temporarily until I'm ready to reveal to you why I burnt your house down, Siobhan. I'm going to hide why I am making you homeless right now, person, whoever you are. I'm going to hide right now why I took him out your life, person. I'm going to hide right now why I let them dog you out the way I did. Right now, the way that they did. Of course, you already know they hated me before they hated you. So, but until I'm ready to reveal whatever it is I need to reveal to you, you better be still and know that I'm good, and it's for your good, and that I'm worthy of your trust. I'm worthy to be trusted in. I'm worthy to be found reliable. I have not given you a reason to find me otherwise. So as much as I am speaking to you, I am speaking to myself, and it's affirming his love for me, and I pray that it affirms his love in you. And Yah willing, I will update y'all on where we are. Right now we are in a strange place. A strange place. But we're here. We're alive. We have money in the bank. We have clothes on our backs, shoes on our feet. I have a truck. I have my chickens even. We're here, and pray for me that I do not move without my Father say so, and that we rest assured wholeheartedly, because we can rest, but sometimes we just want to get up. Trust me, I know, I've done it a few times. Already in the physical, knowing that I probably shouldn't go nowhere, but I'm like, oh, it's just one more place. We do that, both physically and spiritually. But if your Father told you to rest, even if it ain't the Shabbat day, then you better rest. We are to be resting every day in the assurance that our Father is about us when we are about Him. So with that being said, family, I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I pray that this barakas blesses someone. I'm praying for y'all. Y'all keep praying for us. And we love you. Much shalom. Oh, like, share, comment, subscribe, like people say. And again, come on back to break this bread.